Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 30 of the regular season where the Rangers lose 3-2 in the shootout. If you can call it a loss when it's in the shootout, to the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Alright, this was a rough game. Rangers really had every opportunity to win tonight, and they just couldn't get it done. Again, Golden Knights are a very good team, but there's coming a point where the Rangers... I know we're good, right? I know we're a good team. But when you play against other really good teams and you lose, you kind of start to get to a point where you're like, you gotta win some of these games against the good teams. You can't just keep beating up or beating down on your opponents who are lesser than you. First goal is super easy to go over for the Golden Knights. Brett Howden had it in close, takes a shot, it stopped, whaps it out of midair with a backhander, puts it past Alexander Georgiev. I was going to say Igor Shesterkin, he's not back yet. And I'm not going to be mad particularly at Georgiev on this one. He stopped the first shot. It was a rebound at point-blank range that he somehow whacked out of midair. That was just a great goal by Brett Howden, who scores in his return to New York. Why? That wouldn't even be the only point he had on the evening. He also would have an assist on the other goal. So the second goal is a one for the Rangers. It would be Mika Zibanejad tying it one apiece 17 seconds into the second period. How did this goal occur? Well, the Rangers have the puck. Trouba has it in our defensive zone. He passes it over to Keandre Miller. He puts one out in the zone for Chris Kreider, who just taps it over to Mika Zibanejad. Around center ice, he splits a defender and a forward, makes the forward miss rather spectacularly, and heads on into the offensive zone. Gets right around the face-off outer circle, takes a shot on net. There is a defender in front of him with his stick all over Mika. Doesn't matter. Rifles it past him. A beautiful goal. A great one for Mika. The second time he scored from beyond that circle in 2 games. And might I say Mika might just be back? Can I hopefully say that? He looked great tonight. He had this and a beautiful assist that I'll talk about a little bit later on. The big thing with Mika that I've seen over the past 2 days is he's no longer been afraid to shoot, right? That's the big thing with Mika Zibanejad. His big problem, to this point, at least through my eyes, has been he just hasn't had the killer instinct or the confidence in himself. And I know people sometimes when you say, oh, well, confidence is a big thing, kind of roll their eyes and go, all right, Grandpa, get out of the room, actually look at statistics. But with Zibanejad this season, he's just not had that killer instinct. He's not been wanting to take shots. He's been looking to pass, and it hasn't worked out that wonderful. He potted a goal tonight. He took 7 shots on net. He's got his confidence back. He is throwing them and waiting for them to stick. This was a great one. He had another opportunity on a breakaway. He's getting chances, and I think he's just going to keep generating them. I really think he's going to continue on this pace. I said he was going to have 3 points tonight, I believe, was my hope. He had 2. Could have had 3 easily on the other goal. But Zibanejad peppered shots. This was a beautiful goal by him with a defender all up on him too. And the Rangers tie it at 1 apiece. The next goal would also be a Rangers goal. It was on the power play. We have it in the zone. Mika Zibanejad takes a shot on goal. It's stopped. And then he heads over to the boards and out-battles Alex Pietrangelo for the puck. He gets it to Adam Fox. He passes it over to Ryan Strome. Strome goes cross-ice in a diagonal fashion from the left side of the goaltender way in front to Mika Zibanejad over to the goaltender's close in right. He puts a beautiful pass over to Chris Kreider, who just tips it on in there. Kreider is 18th of the season. His career high is like 29, by the way. And the Rangers score. It's a 2-1 Rangers lead. This was a beautiful play top to bottom by Mika Zibanejad. He starts the play, and he helps not quite end it, but nearly ends it. And just another great tip-in by Chris Kreider, who is the king of tip-in goals this season and always. A beautiful play by the New York Rangers, and they take the 2-1 lead. And for a while, it looked like that was going to stick. For a long while, man, we held the lead in this game until like 5 minutes left in the third period. Like 5 minutes left in the third period, the Golden Knights tie it, face off to the right of Georgiev. They win it. It's a pass back to Dylan Colgan, probably mispronouncing that. I don't believe I am, though. He takes a shot on net. There is a big, massive screen directly in front of Georgiev, and I feel like I'm making a lot of excuses for Georgiev recently. I'm not mad at him here, man. There's a massive screen. You would have liked our defenseman to nudge him off of it. It wasn't a power play or anything, so it's not like, oh, well, you know, we just didn't have enough guys for it. No, it was just a bad job not getting the screen away from your goaltender. It was rough. They tie it. The saving grace is the Rangers do get a point, but man, overtime, while exciting, was horrific. And Georgiev was the only reason overtime went into a shootout. He had a few massive saves, including 2 on breakaways, and actually a third save on one of the breakaways, because one of them, they got 2 shots off. He held the first one and then also caught the rebound. Georgiev played wonderful tonight. Stopped 30 or 28 of 30. He was not the problem. And in the shootout, he was not the problem either. It's a shootout. These are breakaway goals. You stop the first 2. The third one was not a good shot to allow, man. But I'm not going to complain when you stopped 2 breakaways in overtime and 2 of the 3 in the shootout. I'm not going to get mad at you. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, you know, Georgiev really should have had that. No, we should have done anything on the shootout. Like, that's all I'm asking for is just any goal to keep it going. But instead, they win 3-2. I hate the shootout with passion, and I'm not being... You can go back. You can check the record. I'm not being bitter. You can go to the last shootout game I talked about where the Rangers actually won in one of the most exciting shootouts of the season, maybe the past couple of years. And I still said, I hate the shootout, though, and I wish it didn't exist. Shootouts are dumb. Just give us more overtime. Rangers lose. Now, what was the issue tonight for the Rangers? Well, defense was pretty clear. Overtime and, you know, the goals, you can kind of see that defense was a bit of a problem this evening. I'm also going to say the offense was a bit of a problem. 2 goals is just, you know, a little rough. You would have liked to have seen more than that. We had a couple of good looks. It was just rough. And the rough part about a game like this, you know, where you need goals, is Artemi Panarin did not play today. Very, very, very minor upper body injury. I assume he'll be back Wednesday, but yeah, side note, we get 1 game before Wednesday, or we get 1 game, it's Wednesday, and then we go another 7 days, or 4 days. It's a big old break. We got a 4-day break, a game, a 4-day break. God, there's only 1 Rangers game in the next 9 days. Don't like that at all. Especially coming off for a game like this, where it kind of was just a bummer. We didn't play particularly bad. You can look at Money Puck, deserve to win a meter. It's very close. It's 51% in favor of the Knights. So it's not like we played terrible by any means. Expected goals are pretty close. You can tell by just shots it was a close game, and also the fact that it went to overtime. But, you know, continuing to now be tied for first overall in the NHL because you lost a game but in overtime and got the point just doesn't have the same ring as, you know, winning out. A win could have made us the number 1 team in the NHL, man. There were still the positives, though. I thought Georgiev played pretty all right. I thought he had a nice evening. Mika had that beautiful goal and then the incredible assist. That top line is buzzing. Really, the whole first power play. I think, can we agree? Like, I think Kakko should stay on the first power play. I think you got to either pull. I think you pull off Strome. I like Ryan Strome a lot, but man, Kakko on that first power play. I know he didn't have a point or anything tonight, but Kakko on that first line just, whew, he looks pretty darn funny. I'm down for that. I'm down for the PP1 being Mika, Kreids, Panarin when he's back and healthy, Kakko, and Fox. I think that's a great first power play. Hopefully by Wednesday, Panarin and Shesterkin will be back. That's against Montreal. It'll be in Madison Square Garden. Not until the 22nd, and that's at 7 p.m., and I'll be here afterwards. So it's going to be a little bit before I'm back with a video. That's kind of weird. I'll be here Sunday, but geez, a Rangers game, or a Rangers video isn't going to be for a couple days. I don't like that. Anyway, that's all I have to say for the evening. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.